champion. Well, here we go. That's Rocca, a bounding barefoot lad weighing 224 pounds. Thesz weighs 228. Both men are top-notch grapplers, and they face each other with caution and respect. Rocca's the barefoot boy. And there's a hip toss by Rocca. But Thesz rolls out of trouble. Lou has a determined look, hasn't he? Many observers regard him as the #1 wrestler of modern times. Referee Johnny Guerin scolds Rocca for ungentlemanly conduct in the clinches. And there's another clinch on the rope. But this time it's Thesz who rates the scolding from the referee. Brief pause, if you please, while Senor Rocca shakes the gremlins from his noggin and gets all ready to fight. Still another clinch. This time it's a clean break. Now there's a close-up of Rocca as he punishes Lou with a headlock. Now it's Thesz's turn. He's got a hammerlock on Rocca. Watch how Antonino breaks it. Then the fun begins. Watch these two giants start throwing each other around. Look out! Thesz bridges his way off the canvas. Whoa! Rocca goes down hard. Thesz is on him like a flash. But there's still no decision. The two big rivals continue to work each other over. Thesz comes off the rope, takes a wicked spill. But he's up before the count. He's groggy. Rocca gives him another backbreaker. Poor Thesz. Here comes Rocca in again, and he heaves him out of the ring. But now Rocca's having trouble with the referee. Ignoring warnings by the referee, he clobbers Thesz more and more, and then lofts him out of the ring again. You can't pull that stuff on the referee. Rocca is disqualified, and Thesz is declared the victor. The big guy from St. Louis has his hand raised in triumph. Thesz is still the champion as far as the records is concerned. As for Rocca, boy, he's burned up. And no wonder. He figures he won a wrestling match, but he lost a wrestling rhubarb. Wrestling night at Madison Square Garden. A return match between those two famous stars, Antonino Rocca of the Argentine and Lou Thesz of St. Louis. That's Thesz coming out. He's recognized as world's champion by the National Wrestling Association. But Rocca, the barefoot boy from Buenos Aires, has thousands of fans who consider him the champ. These men are evenly matched in weight. Thesz weighs 228 pounds, and Rocca is 3 pounds lighter at 225. Last time these men met in the Garden, the winner was Thesz on a technical foul. This is a 2 out of 3 match, and that's a body block thrown in by Rocca. Thesz rolls away. Referee Johnny Guerin has difficulty in keeping Rocca away. Thesz doesn't feel too good right now. That's Rocca bouncing around. He has remarkable feet. Right now, he has an arm lock on him. There's the pressure. Johnny Guerin looking for a possible fall. Boom. That's Lou Thesz. Rocca always anxious to get those feet to play if he can. He accounts for his nimbleness of foot through his soccer playing. Now they're getting pretty rough on the ropes. And Johnny Guerin this time warns Thesz. Big crowd at the Garden watching this bout, and there is a nice kick in the chin. Rocca says, "What's the matter with that?" Guerin says, "You mustn't do it." Rocca still anxious to get those feet into play. Well, there's a left to the head. Guerin again warns Rocca. That's Rocca on the bottom. But both shoulders are not touching. And then Rocca rolls over to take command, but they roll under the ropes, and the referee makes them break. Now it's getting late in the bout. There's a flying drop kick by Rocca. And another. Now Rocca goes in for his famed Argentine backbreaker. There it is. He'll bounce him up and down on his shoulders. Down he goes. But it doesn't have the effect. And again they roll under the rope. And the referee breaks them. Up they are again, ready to go. And after 46 minutes of wrestling, both men claim a fall apiece. But before either one can pin the other for a decision, the curfew intervenes to end the match. The epitome of gallantry, Rocca offers Thesz his hand. No wonder they're friendly. In this battle of wrestling titans, nobody wins and nobody loses. Thesz and Rocca wind up even Steven. A wrestling exhibition in Madison Square Garden. The famed Antonino Rocca, the barefoot boy of the Argentine, meets that giant of a man, Don Jonathan. Big Don, 280 pounds of heft, is from Salt Lake City, and he doesn't waste much time in trying to clobber the daylights out of Rocca. Zowie, but look out for that rebound. That big bad boy from Utah is now faced with the typical Rocca tactic. If they're too big to reach with your hands, get up there and squeeze their brains out. Over the ropes for Rocca. And a playful little kick, too. South American is back in there now to fight, but he's earned a little vengeance from that angry giant. Now there's a nice close-up of Jonathan, one of the long hairs of wrestling. Boom, those dancy-fancy feet of Antonino Rocca. They're sure shaking up that haircut. Mrs. Jonathan's boy is really furious. Well, what can you do against educated insteps? Rocca's talented right down to his toes. Zingo! And the big boy has him cornered. Parting kick leaves Rocca just a little woozy. What's that monster going to do next? Well, he's coming back to batter his little friend again. Ah, the joy of it all. Now it's Jonathan who's throwing his weight. The classic maneuver to soften your buddy up for a body slam. Come on, Rocca, how about testing the canvas? 280 pounds of knee punching. But that's not enough for lovable Don. He climbs the ropes to get a better grip on the law of gravity. What? No target? That nearly broke his kneecap. Which leg was it, my friend? Rocca tries a twist of his own. Ah, that's too much for the big boy to bear. Jonathan calls for an end to the bone setting, and Antonino Rocca is the happier wrestler in Madison Square Garden.